Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Saturday the 5th of February, let us do another quickie reading. This one is going to be about Chris Clown's affair with his mother. Yeah. By the way, a quick update about the court case. Another continuance. Everyone's seen it coming. So yeah, we do not know the date of the continued date itself, but I'm gonna be guessing April, maybe. I don't know. So let's read this one. This is going to be about the affair itself, not the incest stuffs. I've already spoken about the incest, so I don't really need to speak about it again. Got some quotes to start off. Anyhow, who among everyone in this world had not had a dream of having sex with one of their parents? Never acting on them, I myself did have dreams of having sex with my mother. And that was Chris on Facebook in 2016. Chris would act on his instincts 5 years later. And no, I have never had thoughts of sex with my parents because they're my parents, and that is fucking sick. You're supposed to say turn me loose, you silly goose. Used to do that more flirting. That was on his stream, one of his streams. Chris, while forcibly embracing his mother on a trick stream, indirectly warning us of what's to come. For years, trolls have joked that Chris, in his desperation to find a boyfriend-free girl, would eventually turn to his mum based on the fact that the two were constantly in close proximity to one another. And Chris made a few off-putting comments about fetishizing her. A few thought he would never go through with the act, though, but Chris found a way to surprise and horrify everybody, and he fucking did. Chris and Barb's incestuous affair most likely began on the 27th of June this year. It would have been last year, yeah. But his social media presence earlier in the month may hint at an earlier start to the affair, as early as the 22nd of June. He began addressing Barb by the unsettling pet name of a Barbie Can. Yeah, it's cringy. Which may have indicated where he began to intimidate with her. After this date, Chris claimed to have sex with her once every 3 nights until being forcibly stopped by being removed from the house. On the 28th of July 2021, during a call with Bella Loretta Yankee, Chris revealed the details of his sexual activities with his mother of his own volition, also discussing it in text messages later that day. In those, Chris have discussed stimulating his elderly mother with his hands, performing colungus on her, and having penetrative sex with her. He claimed that Barbara compared him favourably to her previous sexual partners, including Chris's father Bob, who have been unable to provide her with an orgasm or simulate her G-spot. Files were leaked to the public the following night, and social workers removed Chris from Barb in the morning of the 30th of July. In early August, Chris was arrested and officially charged with 1 count of incest, and is currently being held without bail pending trial. Background and foreshadowing. This article section is out of date, so we kind of know that. In general, the relationship between Chris and his own mother has always been seen as a little too close, most likely due to his mother's overly coddling nature toward him in his early life, all throughout his adulthood. It was keenly noted during the Doopy saga that Chris has used words like darling and dear, commonly reserved for romantic relationships, to refer to his mother. Many Christorians, oh by the way, I would never call anyone darling or dear. Even if I had a real girlfriend, and even if I did have a wife, I would still never call them that. I mean, that's more of an... Okay, I'm trying not to sound fucking pro-PC and pro-left-wing, but I still don't really see the point of saying it in today's world, because it just seems a bit old-fashioned nowadays. But don't worry, I'm not that left-wing. I'm not even left-wing. I'm right. I'm not like them weirdos. Many historians have noted that potential hints or patterns would soon indicate sexual activity between Chris and his mother have been made previously. As early as October 2015, the man in the pickle suit noted that at Chris's plea arrangement for the pepper spray incident, Chris and his mother were touching each other in an unusual and unusually intimate and inappropriate fashion. As recently as 2019, Chris, whilst role-playing as Maggie-chan, referred to his mother as a guilty pleasure waifu. Furthermore, in August 2016, Chris admitted to have having dreams of having sex with his mother. In a Facebook post stating, "I myself did have dreams of having sex with my mother." Troll Arthur Spatchcock disclosed on the Kiwi Farms that the following 2014 house fire, Chris and his mother were routinely spooning. What, doing the fucking fire? At the time, Chris denied any impromptu stating, "I am not a Bates." Oh my god. Bates? Was it what like not Norman Bates? Is it Norman Bates, the guy who dressed up as his dead mother? In Psycho, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I can't believe I've never seen Psycho all the way through. I've never seen it all the way through, even though it's like a dead popular thing. The affair. On the 27th of June 2021, Chris began to engage with incest with his own mother. Chris claimed he approached her with care and caution, and that Barb even made the first move. How does a person with dementia make the first move? I had no idea. When pressed for details of the dirty deed, Chris has shown an unsurprisingly lack of remorse for his actions, stating that his actions were ordained by God Jesus himself. Yeah, God made him do it. That's a good scapegoat. If anything, he was more upset that Null and other people ratted him out after he provided a recorded confession to a family to complete strangers on the internet. Yeah, that's what you fucking get for letting people know what happens. The gory details. Pro tip, this may be a bit too close for comfort for people. Texts perpetrating BDSM roleplay are fakes doctored by Bella. With that said, this list is still not entirely reliable, as details may vary, and because Chris is typically not interested in honesty in these scenarios. In case you have some kind of morbid curiosity of how the incest could have went down, here's a list of activities that Chris has allegedly done with his mother. Here we fucking go. Massages, presumably full body ones, since it includes her thighs and her face for some reason. When you want to get intimate with her, you got to like get your hands over her face, you know, the old Chris way. This is probably the same type of massage he gave to Mia Hamm. Chris had also claimed in the chat with the CWCki, I don't know what that is, that he bought a massaging oil and made the claim that it's perfect to use on one's lover. Kissing apparently did not involve tongues. That is an image that I really want to get out of my brain. Outer coursing, or outer course, okay. Rubbing her pussy with his fingers and hands. This happened at least twice before the next step, possibly more. Intercourse. By this he means by fingering her. It apparently hurt her when he did so. cunnilingus eating her out. Oh, that's what it means. Claims he is good at it. No information about if she returned the favour. Penetration, vaginal, apparently with the use of a condom. Chris, he proceeded to get himself tested for STIs afterwards anyway. Are you saying that your mother is full of AIDS? Really? Cuddling. According to his letter from Gail, Chris had supposedly cuddled with Barb in times of the incest. Soul bonding and healing. The same letter also shows him claiming that Emmanuel told him to have sex with Barb in order to heal her and cleanse her for her sins. Yeah, I remember reading that. Bella could use this as a means of encouraging Chris to continue his activities in the leaked incest calls. And in the letter, Chris mentions that soul bonding does not necessarily constitute sex, which implies what it can be. According to Null, Chris has been buying large amounts of sex toys and lingerie from Adam and Eve for several months prior to committing his acts. Chris also stated that he purchased negligee and claimed that Barb approved of the idea. What sex toys Chris potentially used, if any, is uncertain. Leaks. Now I've already read all the leaks, so you don't really need to go into this in more detail, so you just read whatever they put here. In the leaks, Chris admitted that he and his mother engaged in substantial sexual activity, including Chris masturbating his mother and then engaging in penetrative intercourse with her. It is further alleged that his mother compared him to various other sexual partners, including Chris's father. And got some quotes. Also made another attempt of rubbing her vagina externally at first and slipping it in between the lips and rubbing it in the labia. Then she told me to stop. She was getting more used to being played with down there by hand, and that was in a text message from Chris to an unknown troll. And obviously, out of those 8 guys, counting Robichaux, yes, he still calls him fucking Robichaux, I don't know why, before me were not hitting her G-spot as much with their cocks, probably because they had tiny cocks and you've got tiny fingers. I had attempted the first night to rub her in there. I found her spot, but it hurt her. But alternatively, I did find that the cunnilingus I was good at with my tongue. That again, that is another image that I want to get out of my mind. And that was Chris comparing his sexual activities with his father's sexual activities. You sick cunt. The leaked audio likewise contained graphic descriptions of sexual activity, which Chris alludes to as the veracity of incest fanfics. The authenticity of the recordings were confirmed by Chris to Dylan Thomas. It is believed that some, like Bella, may have doctored the audio to make Chris sound even worse as part of a plan to blackmail him. Although Chris has admitted to multiple parties that he did several of the acts that were spoken in the audio that was leaked. Prior to the allegations being revealed to the public, Chris informed Null about the fact that he found a boyfriend-free girl. Although he wanted her identity to remain secret, he offered multiple hints about the identity of his new sweetheart, but told Null he wanted him to figure out who it was. Null was initially skeptical of the incest claims, since the idea guys previously coerced him into recording a then untrue statement that he had raped Barb, and believed that this could be another instance of a similar manipulation. Null hypothesized, I thought it was hypnotized, but it's like hyposized, I don't know, that Chris was attempting to predict the identity of his new girlfriend by making up an elaborate lie, but eventually came to realise that Chris has been having frequent sex with Barb upon reviewing Chris's hints. After the information eventually came to light, Chris indicated that it was drama and that he only intended to share the information to test his followers, who he trusted would not share the information to the public at large. Despite incest being illegal, this is ignoring, of course, that Isabella Loretta Yankee had been planning on blackmailing him with this information as part of a long-term effort to eventually get him to kill himself. Or, of course, given that Yankee is a woman, and Null, who eventually validated this information, he tried to tell him about Yankee's real intentions, is a man. Chris would later compare the letter to Judas Iscariot for betraying him for trusting him with such an honest content. Despite the fact that Null had better intentions for Chris and was just trying to give him a stable career path. Chris being Chris, he seemed to be more upset over the fact that trusting strangers with private information led to serious life-changing consequences for him than the idea that he may have caused harm to Barb. And as multiple jail letters show, he does not have any guilt over the fact that he did something illegal. Consequences, main article Jail Saga, which we already read, and it's been updated to with like what happens at court cases and stuff, so it's always been updated. It is a criminal offence in Virginia to engage in incest. Sexual activities between a parent and child are a class 5 felony, punishable by the increment of up to 10 years of incarceration. Chris was swiftly removed from his home by an emergency protective order, then arrested the next day. In the wake of his charges, Chris was banned from Patreon and Tapas. Tapas, is that a restaurant? I don't know. Collaborators who have once worked with him withdrew, such as the band who released Love Is Love, pulling from the sale. Okay, I didn't know that. Since then, he has been held without bail in Central Virginia Regional Jail, awaiting trial. If Barb consented, he could be charged as a willing participant. If Barb did not consent, which she was unable to because she's got dementia, as some have speculated, she may have been incapable of that, like I said. Chris's potential sentence could be significantly longer given the severity of the rape charge. Yeah, so that was basically it for this. It's fucking gross. Yeah. So yeah, that was it for the for this. Let me just go over to the main page. Yeah. If we go here on the 3rd of February, Chris's third hearing regarding the alleged incest takes place. Verdict is given another continuance. So yeah, it's continued for another however long. But I'm gonna say maybe in April. But yeah, Chris is gonna spend his birthday in jail, and he really thought that he was gonna be out of jail on the 3rd, but nope, he's in there for longer. 186 days, fucking hell, that's like almost half a year. Right, so I think that'd be it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.